Clayton Adams is in need of a dependable running back. His role as the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys comes with high expectations, especially given the team's historical emphasis on a strong running game. Throughout his coaching career, Adams has demonstrated a commitment to developing effective offensive strategies that prioritize the ground attack. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Adams has spent the majority of his coaching career in college football, progressing over 13 years from a graduate assistant at Boise State in 2005 to co-offensive coordinator and offensive line coach at Colorado by 2018. His extensive experience in nurturing young talent and orchestrating dynamic offenses positions him well for his current role with the Cowboys. However, his success will largely depend on having the right personnel in place, particularly in the running back position. Both Adams and the coaching staff are enthusiastic about running the football, but what do the Dallas Cowboys currently lack? They lack a trustworthy running back who is under contract. This is a critical issue as the team looks to establish a consistent and effective rushing attack in the upcoming season. Rico Dowdle's situation in Dallas is uncertain as he heads into free agency. Despite rushing for 1,079 yards as part of a committee approach during the first half of the season, he is expected to attract interest from other teams. Dowdle's performance showcased his potential as a valuable asset, but his future with the Cowboys remains unclear. According to Spotrac.com, Dowdle is projected to command around $6 million per year on the open market, which is manageable for the Cowboys. However, it's important to consider the team's history of frugality when it comes to spending on player contracts. The Cowboys have often been cautious with their financial resources, preferring to invest strategically rather than splurge on high-profile signings. At present, Deuce Vaughn is the only running back under contract with the Cowboys, and it's unlikely he will be the primary option in their backfield. Vaughn's skill set may not align with what Adams envisions for his offense, leading to questions about whether he can effectively lead this unit moving forward. With the NFL draft approaching, there is potential for Dallas to select a running back from a deep class this year. The upcoming draft features several talented prospects who could make an immediate impact at the professional level. The Cowboys will need to evaluate their options carefully and consider how each player fits into their overall offensive strategy. In addition to addressing their running back situation, the Cowboys have appointed Matt Eberflus as defensive coordinator and Clayton Adams as offensive coordinator. These changes signal a new direction for the team's coaching staff and an opportunity to reshape their offensive identity. Brian Schottenheimer is still working on filling various assistant coaching positions, including that of running backs coach. Reports indicate that they are set to interview Shad Samples, who is currently the running backs coach at Oregon. This move reflects the team's commitment to finding someone who can effectively develop talent at this crucial position. A native Texan, Samples has previously coached running backs at SMU and Oregon and served as wide receivers coach for the Los Angeles Rams in 2022. Under his guidance this season, Oregon's offense rushed for 2,234 yards, averaging 171.8 yards per game, and secured the top seed in the college football playoff. His experience at both the collegiate and professional levels could bring fresh perspectives and innovative techniques to Dallas' running game. As fans look ahead to next season, there are bold predictions regarding potential changes within the organization. This off-season could bring significant transformations that could reshape the team's roster and overall strategy. One bold prediction is that the Cowboys might sign T. Higgins. While it may seem optimistic, it's not out of reach given their current salary cap situation and available resources. The Cowboys have opportunities to clear salary cap space if they choose to make some strategic moves. Although this would require some roster adjustments, potentially involving difficult decisions regarding current players, they have successfully navigated similar situations in previous years. If they create some cap flexibility through these adjustments, acquiring T. Higgins could provide a major boost to their offense. The addition of a player like Higgins would significantly enhance their receiving core and provide Dak Prescott with another reliable target alongside C.D. Lamb. C.D. Lamb was once again the standout receiver last season, achieving over 1,000 receiving yards before an injury sidelined him late in the year. His performance solidified his status as one of the league's top receivers. However, he often found himself without sufficient support from other pass catchers on his team. The second-best receiver on the team was Jalen Tolbert, who had some notable performances but may not return next season due to uncertainty surrounding his future with Dallas. The lack of depth at wide receiver has been an ongoing concern for the Cowboys. Acquiring Higgins would address this issue directly. Acquiring Higgins would enhance Dak Prescott's confidence and give new head coach Brian Schottenheimer a reliable target capable of making big plays downfield. Despite a decline in receiving yards over the past 2 seasons, Higgins recorded a career-high 10 touchdowns in 2024, showcasing his ability to find success in critical situations. With Ja'Marr Chase serving as Cincinnati's primary receiver, many speculate that Higgins will be seeking a new team in 2025. If Jerry Jones is willing to invest in making this happen, it could become a reality for Dallas fans eager for change. His previous acquisition of Brandon Cooks suggests that such an investment isn't out of character for him. While financial constraints remain a concern within any organization operating under salary cap limitations, signing Higgins would be a bold yet potentially rewarding decision for Dallas moving forward. Dallas must focus on adding offensive weapons this offseason. Kyle Williams could fit that role perfectly within their plans moving forward. NFL Network's Daniel Jeremiah noted that Washington State wide receiver Kyle Williams impressed during practice with his speed and route running skills throughout various drills leading up to draft day. He created separation consistently against defenders during one-on-one matchups while catching passes effectively throughout training sessions, demonstrating both skill and poise under pressure. Williams has positioned himself as a potential Day 2 draft pick due largely because this year's receiver class isn't particularly strong compared with previous year's talent pools. Thus teams may look toward players like him who possess upside potential rather than established stars alone. Although Jalen Tolbert had his best season yet as a 3-year pro, showcasing growth, Dallas could benefit from another deep threat receiver like Williams who might be available at bargain prices during rounds 2 or 3 when selections are made. The combination of adding fresh talent via free agency or through drafting young prospects will be crucial if they hope not only improve offensive production but also create balance across all facets of gameplay heading into next season's campaign. The Dallas Mavericks' recent decision to trade NBA superstar Luka Doncic has sent shockwaves through the sports world, prompting discussions about similarly bold moves in the NFL, particularly concerning the Dallas Cowboys. As the NFL offseason approaches, speculation is rife about potential trades that could reshape team rosters and alter the landscape of the league. One particularly intriguing proposal, outlined by Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox, suggests that the Cowboys could make a blockbuster trade by sending their star edge rusher, Micah Parsons, to the Baltimore Ravens in exchange for wide receiver Zay Flowers, veteran pass rusher Kyle Van Noy, and a 2025 first-round draft pick. In this hypothetical trade scenario, the Cowboys would receive Zay Flowers, Kyle Van Noy, and a first-round pick while sending Micah Parsons to Baltimore. Micah Parsons is not just one of the best players on the Cowboys. He is widely regarded as one of the top players in the entire NFL. Since entering the league, Parsons has made the Pro Bowl every season and has earned All-Pro honors twice. His explosive playmaking ability and versatility as an edge rusher have made him a cornerstone of Dallas defense. As he enters his 5th year with the team, Parsons is due for a significant contract extension that could make him one of the highest-paid non-quarterbacks in league history. While trading him would undoubtedly be a shocking move for fans and analysts alike, the potential return could be substantial enough to warrant consideration. Zay Flowers had an impressive breakout season in 2024, making the Pro Bowl and achieving his first 1,000-yard receiving season with a total of 1,059 yards and 4 touchdowns. His speed and route-running ability make him a dynamic threat on offense. If he were to join the Cowboys, he would serve as a strong number 2 option behind CeeDee Lamb. This partnership could elevate Flowers' performance even further as he benefits from playing alongside a top-tier receiver like Lamb who draws defensive attention. Additionally, acquiring Kyle Van Noy would provide immediate reinforcement to Dallas' pass rush. Van Noy recently recorded an impressive 12.5 sacks in the previous season and brings with him valuable experience as a 2-time Super Bowl champion. His leadership and proven track record could be instrumental in helping develop younger players on Dallas defense. While it's clear that Dallas will do everything in its power to retain Parsons, there are underlying factors that could complicate matters. If the Cowboys continue to struggle as a team or fail to make significant playoff progress, Parsons might begin to consider seeking a change of scenery. The pressures of contract negotiations can also weigh heavily on players. If there are any doubts about retaining Parsons in free agency or if he decides to hold out for a better deal, it might be prudent for Dallas to explore trading him for a significant return while they still can. This proposed trade not only addresses immediate needs for the Cowboys but also provides them with financial flexibility as they navigate upcoming contract extensions for key players like Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. The prospect of acquiring Flowers and Van Noy, along with a first-round pick, offers Dallas an opportunity to strengthen its roster while managing its salary cap effectively. On the flip side, Baltimore would gain a generational talent in Micah Parsons to enhance their defense, which struggled last season against both the pass and run. The Ravens ranked 30th in pass defense efficiency last year, highlighting their need for elite playmakers on that side of the ball. Although giving up Flowers, a promising young receiver, and a draft pick is a steep price to pay, pairing Parsons with emerging stars like Odafe Oweh and Travis Jones could significantly improve their defensive capabilities and create one of the most formidable pass-rushing units in football. Moreover, acquiring Parsons would allow Baltimore to shift their defensive strategy toward an aggressive approach that capitalizes on his unique skill set. He has proven capable of impacting games in multiple ways, whether rushing the passer or dropping back into coverage, making him an invaluable asset for any defensive coordinator looking to maximize their team's potential. While this proposal remains speculative at this stage, it underscores the delicate balance that NFL teams must maintain between retaining their star players and building a championship-caliber roster capable of competing at the highest level. The coming off-season promises to be intriguing as both teams weigh their options and consider potential game-changing moves. For Cowboys fans, parting ways with Micah Parsons would be an emotional decision given his status as one of the franchise's cornerstones. However, if they were to execute such a trade successfully, bringing in talented players like Zay Flowers and Kyle Van Noy along with valuable draft capital, it could set them up for long-term success while addressing pressing needs on both sides of the ball. As we look ahead to what promises to be an exciting off-season filled with potential trades and roster shakeups across the league, this proposed deal serves as just one example of how teams are constantly evaluating their strategies and making bold moves in pursuit of greatness. Whether or not this specific trade comes to fruition remains uncertain. However, it certainly highlights how quickly fortunes can change in professional sports, and how teams like the Cowboys must remain agile and proactive in navigating these challenges moving forward.